by Chris Lawson, Jonathan Hudges, and Robert Barney. Now let's meet the players for the DBU Patriots. Number 00, Samantha Jones. Number 1, Alexis Wood. Number 2, Lauren Mueller. Number 7, Sydney Hopper. Number 8, Allie Allen. Number 9, Abigail Santos. Number 14, Isabella Medina. Number 15, Elise Borders. Number 16, Riley Olson. Number 17, Haley Robertson. Number 18, Carly Gitas. Number 19, Tyler Hoffman. Number 20, Reagan Robertson. Number 21, Madeline Talkington. Number 22, Emma Crowley. Number 26, Ella Wilson. Number 27, Ashley Washburn. Number 28, Kala Schrock. Number 32, Michaela Gracia. And number 99, Mallory Bankhead. Now the starters for the DBU Patriots. A redshirt freshman goalkeeper from Edmond, Oklahoma, number 0, Leslie Miller. A senior forward from Arlington, Texas, number 3, Gina Olmos. Redshirt senior midfielder from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 5, Ann Lauthen. Freshman defender from Keller, Texas, number 6, Skylar Bellinger. Sophomore defender from Southlake, Texas, number 10, Kinsey Tufts. Sophomore midfielder from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 12, Hannah Montoya. Senior midfielder from Georgetown, Texas, number 13, Joe Lee Benson. A junior forward from Weatherford, Texas, number 23, McKenna Vela. The senior defender from Carrollton, Texas, number 24, Parker Poe. Senior defender from Missouri City, Texas, number 35, Lauren Walker. And a freshman forward from Midlothian, Texas, number 44, Chandler Queen. The Patriots are coached by Marcus Wood. He is assisted by Corey Marr, Caroline Havard, and Allison White. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise for prayer led by Assistant AD for Event Operations Matt Rao, and remain standing to honor God and America with the playing of our national anthem.
Let's pray. Father, thank you for today and the opportunity to play this game we love. We ask for safety, good sportsmanship, and that everything we do would bring honor and glory to you. Bless both teams, coaches, and fans this evening. In Jesus' name, amen.
It's an all-Patriot showdown in the Lone Star Conference semifinals tonight in Dallas, where top-ranked DBU defends their home turf against a UT Tyler squad who comes in riding high after an upset win over Angelo State. And hello, everybody. Alongside Ricardo Aguilera, I'm Reagan Ratcliffe. Welcome to Dallas, Texas Patriots Soccer Field, where it is a gorgeous evening for soccer. The final four left standing here in the Lone Star Conference tournament. You've got the top seed in DBU is 16-1 on the season. They saw their 16-game win streak come to an end in a loss to Midwestern State in the regular season finale, but still the conference champions and still the number one ranked team in the country despite that loss. UT Tyler, they're red hot right now, 11-2-5 on the season. They knocked off the defending Lone Star Conference champions from last year and Angelo State 2-0 in the quarterfinals on the road in San Angelo on Monday. So, the battle of the Patriots, and it's going to be a good one tonight between two outstanding teams here in the conference. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for UT Tyler. And for the Patriots, the defensive back row, Samantha White, Ariana Johnson, Savannah Clark, Gabrielle Wiebe, and then Natalie Jones was an all-conference selection. The midfield features Melissa Oliveira, who's tied for the team leading goals with 6, Larissa Placencia, who's on the all-freshman team, and Carson Glenn. And then the forwards, Ella Anderson, who's tied for the team leading goals with 6, and then Brooke Mullins with 3 goals on the season. The goalkeeper is Robbie Curry. She saved 86% of shots on frame this season. That's the starting 11 for UT Tyler. Let's take a look at DBU's 11 and the defensive back row. It's been the same 4 really all season long. Lauren Walker, Skylar Bellinger are the outside backs. Parker Coe, Kinsey Tufts anchor the middle, both first team all-conference selections, and Parker Coe was named the Lone Star Conference Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year yesterday. Hannah Montoya, Ann Louth, and Jolie Benson anchor the midfield. Louthen's tied for the team leading goals with 10. She was named the midfield player of the year in the conference yesterday. And then up front, McKenna Vella, a first team all-conference selection. Gina Olmos, who has 27 career assists. And then Chandler Wheat, the striker, true freshman, who's been terrific in her freshman campaign. 7 goals on the season. And in goal tonight for DBU, Leslie Miller, a second-team all-conference selection who saved 80% of shots on goal. It's just a beautiful night for soccer here in Dallas. Temperatures this evening in the mid-70s at 75 degrees. The wind is out of the south at 10 miles per hour, so it looks to be UT Tyler will have the wind to their back once they take the field here. DBU is in the home white kits tonight with the navy shorts. You see UT Tyler there decked out in solid navy. These two teams played each other on the road in Tyler earlier this year. DBU winning that match 2-0. It was scoreless at the half. Defense may be the name of the game tonight. Both these teams just don't concede goals. DBU has only allowed 5 goals on the season. 2 of those came against Midwestern State in the final game of the regular season. UT Tyler has only allowed 10 goals. They're giving up just a little over a half a goal per match. So it could be a night of stingy defense. And where do these two teams look to find some breaks? DBU's got a lot of offensive firepower. UT Tyler as well, but the Patriots can hurt you in a lot of different ways.
I think really when you're getting two teams that are similar, they know that they can defend, but they also want to score, and they got a strong defense that leads to offense. I think these first 10 minutes will tell it off. You have the wind to your back. Probably UT Tyler is going to send that long ball, see if that wind can carry it, maybe take shots from far out to see if the wind carries, and try to maybe surprise DBU and try to get an early goal or two. For DBU, you know that. You're playing a little bit of prevent. You have Coe and Kinsey kind of stay back a little bit and be able to track that run. The goalie will know to look out for that far shot. But then you want to play your wits. DBU has that ability to go wide, go in, send their forwards, go one-on-one. So I think that can be an early goal for both sides.
The Patriots going into that win will kick it off. Our officiating crew tonight, Travis Height, is our head referee, and already a shot immediately on goal within the first 12 seconds. That's from McKenna Vella. DBU comes in tonight averaging 22 shots per match. It's the 4th highest total in the country. Now here comes the high press from Wheat.
Yeah, we did a good job there, and the credit to the goalie to get around, but we can take away that pass. I think it forces the UT Tyler goalie to have to go the opposite way. We maybe go take it away, but here's a good wide pass to them, see if they cross it in.
Yeah, it's a nice run from UT Tyler, and they do have an early chance. Boy, a great look into Ella Anderson inside the 6-yard box and just off of her right foot. And so after a shot within the first 12 seconds, we talk about defense being the name of the game already out of the gates. Each team with a possession and already each team with a shot.
Yeah, she's going to want that one back. That great wide pass draws Ko out a little bit, and then makes that cross. And she had it at that awkward height. She didn't know if she wanted to go down or header it or bring that leg up. I think she can look at that film. She's going to be like, hey, I should bring that header down.
Here comes DBU and Gina Olmos. The rest of our officiating crew, Fevzi Demeron, Adam Ferus, and Bernardo Van Steenberg. It's a veteran referee crew tonight here in Dallas. Parker Coe chasing this one down towards the far corner, being run down by Natalie Jones right before the touchline. Now in a 1v1 versus Coe, making a move back out to her left. Quick touch, comes back and off of the foot of Larexa Placencia and off wide left of the target.
Yeah, for UT Tyler, you're going to keep exposing that. You see that maybe Bellinger for DBU is going up too high on that left side, so you're going to send it wide, let her run. She is faster to get to that corner and make that cross. So if you're DBU, maybe adjust, tell your left back to stay back a little bit. Don't go up so heavily. Clear yourself, make sure they're not going to pass around you, and then be able to attack from there.
It's a UT Tyler team that is averaging just over a goal and a half per match, fifth highest scoring offense in the conference, 31 goals on the season. DBU has doubled that goal total with 62 this year. It's the goalkeeper, Robbie Curry. Sends it up top. There's a lot at stake tonight for both these teams, really more so for UT Tyler. The top 6 teams from the South Central region advance to the NCAA tournament. So there's Jolie Benson there to help take it away. Now Ann Louthan. UT Tyler comes into the tournament regionally ranked, but they're right there on the cusp of getting into the NCAA tournament. The DBU, the number 1 seed right now in the Lone Star Conference tournament. And the ones right now, the top-rated team in the South Central Regional rankings that just came out. Well, the top 6 teams advanced. UT Tyler is set on the cusp. They're number 7 in the regional rankings. So for them, this almost becomes a must-win in a sense, because the teams in front of them have all taken care of business up to this point. Here's another good run. Ella Anderson on the outside. Tracking in the middle is Natalie Jones. Now Kinsey Tufts presses in. Here's a cross, and Leslie Miller is there before. It was Brooke Mullins who could slip in. Early pressure from UT Tyler has been impressive.
Again, if you see the replay here, the fake on Kinsey, she's got to stand her up, get those feet moving, but great save from your keeper to get low on that, because if that goes through that middle, it can mix itself up and get in the back of your goal. So seeing her get low that quick, that early in the game, real positive. But DBU, they got to have their outside backs at this point. Maybe you're saying, hey, stay back on both ends. Let them come to you while you turn your hips and already run along with them. Let your outside mids come back to help also. Don't feel like you got to step up, especially if outside mids aren't pressing.
Well, after an early shot on goal from DBU within 12 seconds of the match, UT Tyler has put together a couple of good moments offensively. And here Johnson sends it to the far touchline where Bellinger will now have a throw in. Hey, look at the teams that are ranked in the region. DBU number 1, Colorado School of Mines and Mesa are 2, 3 in the RMAC. They play for the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Championship tomorrow. UC Colorado Springs was ranked number 4. You wouldn't think that they would maybe drop possibly a spot. If they do, Midwestern State at number 5. TWU is number 6. So for UT Tyler, they're coming in with upset on their mind tonight, and then maybe looking for some help too. Yeah, Midwestern State and TWU, they'll play tonight. So you got the 5 and 6 seed, or the 5 and 6 team in the South Central Regional rankings that will play tonight. So there's a lot up in the air right now. But for UT Tyler, without question, a win tonight might possibly solidify their spot, their first ever trip to the NCAA tournament. DBU has already locked up an at-large bid. Being the number 1 ranked team in the country, they can already punch their ticket to the big dance. Will start next week. But they're looking, for DBU, it's important not only tonight and then to get to the championship, but maybe to win the championship to secure the number 1 seed in the South Central region. With Mines and Mesa playing in tomorrow's RMAC championship, if DBU were to lose, one of those two teams could slip in and take the overall #1 seed. So that just kind of lays out everything that's up in the air right now as we get into this final weekend of play before the NCAA postseason tournament kicks off. UT Tyler had a big win over Angelo State on Monday on the road. It's their first conference tournament victory in Tyler's Division II history. Had a goal in the 25th minute from Katie Wong that got them on the board, and then the 49th minute from Natalie Jones early in the second half. They held Angelo State to just one shot on goal. Right now the Patriots have the only shot on goal in this one, but there's been early pressure offensively from Tyler. Each team with one shot. It's Gina Olmos. Patriots defeated this UT Tyler team on the road earlier this season by a score of 2-0. But since then, UT Tyler's found their way. They've only lost one match since then, and they avenged that loss to Angelo State. Jolie Benson wins the ball away, now to Hannah Montoya. They lost to Angelo State 1-0 back on October the 15th. There's Gina almost trying to create some room, almost bends it out to Skylar Bellinger. Bellinger inside the box. So come back down. The touch from Montoya, and Robert Curry wide of the post hauls it in.
Yeah, the wide is available on both sides. So whether you're attacking or defending, you're getting a little narrow, you're pushing into that middle to defend. So DBU has opportunity to get there wide. I mean, now that has a left back, plenty of space to receive and cross. You're just hoping for a little bit better cross towards the middle. So if you're DBU, now you're, okay, can I control the ball? Can I get those better passes in the final third? UT Tyler was making it with their wide passes. So now you have DBU get the ball wide, have that touch, cross it in.
That was Lauren Walker. That slight push of Ella Anderson. No foul was called. DBU possession now across the midfield stripe. But since that loss to DBU, UT Tyler has won 6 matches. They've tied 5 over that 12-game stretch. All 4 teams that are here in Dallas right now are incredibly talented and red hot. Maybe the deepest field that we've seen in the semifinals in the conference tournament in quite some time. Really, any of these 4 teams could come in and win the tournament this week. This is Coe, who took home just about every possible individual award that could be won last night. The Lone Star Conference Championships banquet. She was named the Defender of the Year, the Player of the Year, the Academic Player of the Year as well. This ball sent long for Vela. A 1v1 versus Johnson. And we'll see our first corner of the night.
And we know this is a strength for DBU. You want to get Coe up there. Even Kinsey, she knows how to put yourself in the right place to find a header and place it. So take your time here, get it done right, give yourself a chance.
Patriots have scored 13 goals on corners this season. UT Tyler defensively has not conceded a goal on a corner. Parker Coe is a big target for DBU. She stands towards the back post. Bellinger trying to find Coe. And the shot from Montoya, second shot on goal. This from the Patriots sophomore midfielder.
Yeah, she did exactly what you're supposed to do. It comes out to you, get a foot on it, keep it low. If we could have got somebody on the DBU side to try to get a flick, redirect it, because it was perfect speed, right on frame. UT Tyler's goalie was in the right spot to accept that, but DBU, you're forward up there. Do whatever it takes to get a flick.
Chandler Wheat with the collision on Gabrielle Wiebe. Wiebe, who played at DBU. Spent the first part of her college career here on this pitch in Dallas. You see the foul from Chandler Wheat. Well, Gabrielle Wiebe's perfect segue. Gabrielle is our spotlight player tonight for UT Tyler, and more on the story of Gabrielle is Alexis Delagarza. Alexis?
Thanks, Regan. You're right. Some fans might notice her face. She and her twin sister, Jacqueline, both played for DBU back in 2021 and 2022. They have a pretty cool story and rare because their career paths are nearly identical, especially with them kind of moving around playing at different schools. They're from Tyler, Texas, began their college careers at Tyler Junior College. Their first season was canceled, though, due to COVID, and after that year, they both transferred to DBU at the same time. Gabrielle took a redshirt year her first season in 2021 before playing the following year, but after 2 years on the hill, she transferred back to Tyler Junior College while Jacqueline stayed one more year here at DBU. And then last year, they both reunited back in their hometown at UT Tyler. I mean, they clearly love being Patriots. But Jacqueline graduated this past year, so the sisters just shared one season on the UT Tyler team. Gabrielle, though, has been having a great senior year. She's been solid anchor for their back line, leads the team in minutes on the pitch, and even scored her first goal at the Division II level this season. Reagan?
Yeah, she's been a great addition there for Stephanie Webb's squad. You take a look at her there, number 15. She's played over 1,500 minutes on the season. She'll have her hands full tonight against this Patriot attack, but very familiar with this program and the style of play as here comes Hannah Montoya on a good find from Jolie Benson. Bella on the run. Johnson, a foot race, shields off Bella, and then sends it past the touchline. DBU will keep possession here deep in their attacking third. Patriots with the early 2 shots on goal. UT Tyler's put good offensive pressure, but no shots on frame yet. Anderson and Walker will be issued the foul.
Yeah, you got it. You're a defender. You have a chance to maybe take a touch, take a cross, take a touch to aggression, the speed from Tyler to cut you off there. Feel like you got to not bail out a defender. Don't bail someone out if their back is to the goal to score on you. They're going towards their own goal. Just stay behind her, see if she'll take a touch. Don't foul that final third and give them an easy free kick out.
Louthan heads it for Wheat. Trying to turn and get past Wiebe. Great defensive play by Wiebe. Can she save it? Did everything she could to keep that ball in possession. It'll be a goal kick now from Robbie Curry. We've got 2 head coaches tonight that are very familiar with one another, and their history goes far back. Marcus Wood, 450 career wins during his career. Take a look at head coach Marcus Wood. Him and his coaching staff named the Lone Star Conference Coaching Staff of the Year yesterday. But what a storied career he had before DBU at Hardin Simmons, and that's where his path crosses with Stephanie Webb, the head coach for UT Tyler. 21 seasons at UT Tyler for Stephanie Webb, but 2 trips to the Division III National Tournament when at UT Tyler's squad and Hardin Simmons. Every year those 2 teams were battling for the American Southwest Conference title. So 2 head coaches that know one another forwards and backwards, and now for the first time facing each other in the Lone Star Conference tournament tonight. So there's Leslie Miller, Patriot redshirt freshman goalkeeper. So it'll be a great chess match between 2 of the league's top coaches. We've got 4 great ones here this week. Ryan Spence from Midwestern State, and then Babek Abuzar from Texas Women's University. They'll play the nightcap tonight, scheduled for around 7:30. All right here on FloCollege. You can follow all the action. We'll have the championship match on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Played almost 15 minutes, scoreless in this first semifinal bout. Working on the outside, now back in. And this one into the hands of Leslie Miller. Good shot. Taken.
Yeah, one of those crosses from UT Tyler that turns into a shot, and Leslie's playing the part. She's got great hands. She's already showed she can go low and catch, stop that through ball, and now she's going to sit here and see a cross that turns into a shot, and then those hands that caught it and were able to get it out. So
that was Melissa Oliveira who took that cross. It ended up being on frame. Lauren Walker winning it away from Ella Anderson. It was a great battle between Walker and Anderson going on right now. Anderson, young sophomore, grew up in Anna, Texas, and Lauren Walker, the veteran senior who's moved into a starting role this year. As we've gotten into postseason play, conference tournament, and on into the regionals, from this point forward, matches that are tied through regulation will go into overtime. It is a golden goal ruling now. That's kind of gone back and forth in the NCAA ranks. Most recently, it had not been a golden goal situation, but they've reinstituted it, so we're back to golden goal wins it. Two teams are tied still through 2 overtimes, and match will be determined by penalty kicks. And both these teams, great defenses. Patriots defense, 3rd best in the country. So here comes another opportunity with Leslie Miller, an aggressive play up in front of Ella Anderson. Patriots defense giving up 0.3 goals per match, as well as good aggressive play from Oliveira. Well, the physicality has been ratcheted up between these two teams, as DBU's Riley Olsen, who just came off the bench, now has the ball at her feet.
Yeah, I would say if there's a difference between the first 10 minutes, I think both teams were excited to play, but UT Tyler brought a little more aggression and physicality in the moment when they have to fight for a ball, be the first one to it. DBU has it in Leslie Miller. She's coming out fast. She's coming out strong. She's getting that ball when it crosses. You saw Ann Lutheran get those headers, send those through balls. So I think that was the sub change for DBU, was to get Olsen in, who she knows she can be aggressive. She can feed the ball off. Maybe that'll help get the team back up. Then, of course, you had Kinsey in the back, takes the ball away after Walker loses it, and able to get it back to her team.
There's Miller again. The 3rd best goal against average in the country coming into the conference tournament. She's not faced many shots on frame, just 12 saves on the season, but she's helped really anchor that defensive back line. Great communication between her and the center back tandems of Coe and Tufts. A foul call. DBU is going to have a free kick in a prime spot.
Yeah, Olsen already making her presence felt earlier with the header up there. Back the defender back, header it off to your team. Didn't land perfectly to one of her teammates, but that's a step up. And then here, going, showing for the ball, making the defender think you're going to step on it, and then you move out of the way, and they foul you.
Patriot corner. This one will be from the far corner. Skylar Bellinger calling for it. It's dead even across the stat sheet right now. 3 shots apiece, 2 shots on goal, each goalkeeper with 2 saves. And the only difference is the 2 corners for DBU. UT Tyler without one yet. Bellinger, the freshman from Keller, sends it high towards the back post. Louthan got a header on it. But once again, UT Tyler denies the Patriots a scoring opportunity on the corner chance.
Yeah, UT Tyler doing their job to make sure they don't get scored on, but both corners did go from a DBU corner kick taker to a DBU person trying to score. The first one was Coe on the back post, heading it back across that time. And so you see that maybe the strength you're wanting to beat UT Tyler, maybe make it go far. Don't go short, because that one was short when they cleared it right off the bat. Go long, try to get that second ball back in, maybe catch them turning.
That's Sydney Hopper, who just came in. McKenna Vela on a kind of an errant pass from Curry. Went right to Vela. Big collision with Vela and Johnson. Johnson is a young freshman from McKinney, Texas. Grew up nearby. Now Coe, first time we've really seen her get into the action. Takes it away from Wong, who just came off the bench. This is Oliveira, dangerous offensive player for UT Tyler, being pressed by Montoya. DBU wins it away. Bella finds Montoya, the sophomore. A flick to Olsen, a little combination play between the two. Wiebe once again there to deny. Trying to get it to Wong. Wong sends it on the run. Bellinger racing with Natalie Jones. Natalie Jones, who is a speedster. Able to win that foot race. Now 1v1 against the freshman. Cuts back into her left. Jones on the find. Good look, and there is Kinsey Tufts. Before Ella Anderson could center on her right foot. Still a chance for UT Tyler. And that defensive back line, really the center backs of Kinsey Tufts, standing strong.
Yeah, again, a wide pass to their speedster, able to get out there, take, and that's the difference this time. She's able to take her on one-on-one, win it, and then left foot cross, and then that cross does land perfectly. Just lets herself down again with the right foot finish that goes off her leg.
Parker Coe will bring it up. Now back to Hopper. Foul on UT Tyler as we get inside 24 minutes to go in the first half. Head referee Travis Heights is allowed for this physical brand. It's been a fun first almost 25 minutes to watch here.
Completely agree. I think it's both teams are able to be physical. They're clean. They're strong. They're going to goal. They're not sitting back. And I think he's letting them show their strength, whether it's skill on the ball, physical ability, trying to run speed on the corners. And unless you're not, just don't do anything dirty, he's not going to call a foul, and he's going to let the best team win.
It's been a great pace between these two. Both have had possession's been close to 50-50. Each team with 4 shots, both teams with 2 on goal. UT Tyler back on the run. They've got some numbers here. Natalie Jones again, dangerous with the ball at her feet. Jones sends it ahead, was trying to find Katie Wong on that run. Louthan checks in. Back for almost, quickly gets there before it finds the touchline. Now Montoya, DBU slows the pace. They'll build through Coe. Wide for Bellinger. Bellinger with space up the far side. Patriots freshman of the year in the conference. 3 goals, 6 assists for the freshman outside back from Keller. A substitution for UT Tyler.
Now in the game for UT Tyler, number 22.
They will bring in Danica Anaya for Larissa Placencia. Well, it has been a remarkable turnaround for UT Tyler in the last 2 seasons. This UT Tyler squad is just 2 years removed from having won only 3 matches 2 years ago. Last year, a 10-win season for Stephanie Webb's squad, and this year, 11 wins. It's the most in the program's 7 seasons as a Division II squad, making the jump from the D3 ranks up to Division II 7 years ago. And they picked up their very first conference tournament win on Monday against Angelo State. That is Melissa Oliveira, senior from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, all-conference selection. Took the foul there from freshman Sydney Hopper. Now on the free kick. On the line drive, Parker Coe. With the header, it's cleared out. Weeby charging in almost in front of her. This will stay with UT Tyler.
I think that's that aggression again. You need almost to come in equaling that strength so that when you do meet her at the ball, you can push it forward and it doesn't bounce off you for throwing.
It's been impressive minutes from Gabrielle Weeby. She was a talent when she was at DBU. Player that a good part of her career, but she would come off the bench as a young player, but she's now developed into a veteran senior. This is a long, more direct play from DBU. Almost is there. She was onside, now going 1v1 against Johnson. Ariana Johnson, impressive. Louthan bending it. Olsen, header. Ball loose, still inside the 18-yard box. Nearly a touch from Louthan. Bellinger there. Can she take a rip with her left foot? She does, but way too high over the crossbar.
Yeah, and it starts with Kinsey, right? She's got the ball in the back. We have our shape, and then just kind of creep up as an outside mid, as a forward, creep up, and then have that signal almost like a receiver waving to his quarterback saying, hey, I'm up here by myself. That great ball that goes through, get across, get a shot. Olsen's fighting for it up top. Does a smart thing to leave it back, and then you just want Bellinger. You know she can shoot. Just have a little bit of a better shot.
Oliveira to the middle. Anaya was there. Now Bellinger crosses in. This one sent long just in front of the 18-yard box. Coe once again there with Parker Coe, Kinsey Tufts, maybe the best center back tandem in the country. Both first-team all-conference selections. Both could very well be first-team All-Americans when it's all said and done at the end of the year. There's Velo. If they can get it on her foot, they got a chance for a run. Great defense again from UT Tyler. Back out wide. Natalie Jones. Closing in, bending it. Oh, nearly put it on the head of Ella Anderson. Anderson was there on the near post. It was a great ball from Natalie Jones.
Yeah, you got nobody back post. That's the only thing, right? Everybody's so hungry for the ball. They're going, try to meet in the middle. It just doesn't make it, so you got nobody back post. And then you got Gina with the ball there, has some time. You wonder why she doesn't maybe take some steps with it, see if she can bring it up top, but goes for the big clearance.
Wiebe again. Working towards the corner. What great save by Olmos. Wiebe. Now deflected away by Jolie Benson. Montoya. Been great physical play from the Patriots sophomore midfielder through the first 27 minutes tonight. Leslie Miller. Now for Tufts. Sophomore from Southlake, Texas. It was this time last year that Kinsey Tufts was just getting healthy. She came back from an ACL injury. Just rapidly, with rehabilitation, was able to get back within 6 months and came back at the very tail end of the regular season last year in the conference tournament. This year it's been a full season of a healthy Kinsey Tufts. Now Bellinger on the outside. She's got Hopper inside the box. There's Olsen with the header, and Curry makes the save on what has been maybe the best scoring chance of the night for either side.
Yeah, again, out wide, up top, great cross from Bellinger this time, and Olsen's exactly where she needs to be. And again, you know, she just header down and away. She goes great with the header down, just doesn't go exactly. Goalie's in a great place to save it, but put that in the corner, and that'd be an easy goal.
Riley Olsen, who comes in for Chandler Wheat regularly, moves that striker role. Here is another good run from Natalie Jones, sending it to Anderson. Anderson one-on-one, great play by Benson. Now a sprint to the touchline. Jolie Benson somehow got there. Now Johnson with room, surveys and fires. Hopper with a right foot. Gina almost. Patriots advancing. Across the midfield stripe now, Riley Olsen. Good look for Louthen. Louthen, the touch to Vela. Patriots inch their way down to the attacking third, but the ball lost by Olsen. Now Johnson, and here comes Oliveira. Will be Coe now. UT Tyler on the shot. This one climbs the crossbar. It's the 5th shot of the night for UT Tyler. Patriots with 7. Ashley Washburn coming in now for McKenna Vela.
Now in the game for UT Tyler, number 33, Marin Love.
Also a substitution for UT Tyler. Marin Love, the junior from midfielder from Henderson, Texas, checks in. Coe and Tufts on the back line. Now Bellinger. Olsen checks in. Now draws a double. Back out to Bellinger. Inside 15 minutes to go in a scoreless first half of the first semifinal match of the Lone Star Conference Tournament. Benson with space. On the move, Louthen. Almost. One touch. Louthen, great combination play. Creates room for Almost. Inside the 18. Almost cross towards the back post. Over Washburn, but Bellinger is there. Bellinger. High, rainbow cross. Curry just in front of Louthen. Great play, and now she's on the throw. Stepping in front, Tufts. Kinsey Tufts will press forward and become a part of the offense, and she found an opening there.
Yeah, and you want that touch for her to take forward and get a shot off. They did a good job closing her down, and she gets it out wide. But as she steps up, you got to know she's going for goal or she's going to provide that assist.
(7-5) shot difference in favor of DBU. Patriots with 3 shots on goal. UT Tyler with 2. Fouls have been even. Travis Heights allowed for both these teams to play a physical brand tonight. DBU with 3 fouls, UT Tyler with 2, and the DBU Patriots with the only 2 corners of the night so far. Benson deflected out by Anderson. UT Tyler has only allowed 2 goals in the first half this season. Interestingly, for DBU, of the 5 goals they've allowed, 4 of those have been in the first half. They've only surrendered 1 goal in the final 45 minutes of matches this season. Right now we're scoreless. Louthan, last touch by Louthan. So the goal kick now for UT Tyler. More subs coming. 2 for DBU. Patriots, here comes Emma Crowley in. It's DBU squad. Maybe one of the strengths of this team is how much depth they have. Isabella Medina also coming in. You've got a lot of star power that can come off of that bench.
I think it's a great shift from Olsen. You had Wheaton with some speed to kind of take the first 10, 15 minutes out of the defenders. Then you bring in Olsen, who definitely made her presence felt. She got some shots, some headers on goal. She was able to be physical. And then now you bring in last 10, 15 minutes and hopefully some speed, some fresh legs. You can see not that either defense is necessarily breaking, but you're seeing one side kind of finally pick up how they're going to be attacked, so they're kind of defending it, holding it, still some chances against them. And then the other team, hey, I think if we keep finally getting these fresh legs, we have some aggression, we have a chance to get a shot on frame.
Montoya on the find to Crowley. That was last touched by DBU. Sarah Hayes has also come in for UT Tyler. Crowley doing everything she could to get there. Wiebe. Great defensive play. It was close. Called out on DBU. Go. Racing to get there before Wong. Could not hit Bellinger, so from a prime spot here, the throw in from the far side. UT Tyler working towards that far corner as this one comes in. And we will have the first corner of the night for UT Tyler. Marin Love going to the far corner. UT Tyler has scored 5 goals on corners this year. This will be their 80th attempt on a corner. Sydney Hopper got a header on it. Washburn trying to clear. Second chance, still alive here for UT Tyler. Sydney Hopper couldn't win it away. There's Cove that deflected. More chances, though, for UT Tyler still inside the box. Patriots are hoping for a handball. No call from Travis Height. Ball stays. The UT Tyler's attacking third as we get towards the final 10 minutes. Crowley. Now Bellinger. Coe finally was able to clear the ball out. Low liner coming inside, top of the box. Leslie Miller there with an easy pickup.
Yeah, you just got to push those defenders up. That's kind of what helps. Coe cleared it. You push them up a little bit. They send that through ball. UT Tyler probably wanted a little more air on it. It worked in their favor for a rebound, but they have to high press defense kind of pushed up, so it allowed them to take a shot from outside the box. Wasn't too much danger.
Loose ball, one away. by Tyler. This one on frame from Marin Love, but that one for Leslie Miller, maybe her easiest save of the night. Each team 3 shots on goal. Scoreless right now in this semifinal match. Looking for that big breakthrough moment. Both these teams trying to carry some momentum into the locker room. DBU trying to regain some confidence after the loss to Midwestern State in the final match of the regular season. UT Tyler trying to stay hot after the win over Angelo State, and there on the header from Katie Wong. Miller that time had to reach up and make the grab. Benson was trying to find Crowley. It's Gina Olmos. Crowley. Now Medina, the freshman. Sydney Hopper. Benson. Benson working one-on-one against Johnson. Gina almost creates the corner chance. Big spot here for DBU inside 7:50 to go. Bellinger again, this time from the near corner. They'll bring Coe inside the box. Sydney Hopper, Ashley Washburn, Gina Olmos. Kinsey Tufts joins the fray as well. Trying to break the ice inside 7.5 minutes. Bellinger to the far post. Ball tipped up. A chance. Robbie Curry's out of the goal. Crowley down with it. Medina had it for a moment. Cleared away. Benson there. Benson, great find to Bellinger, who switched sides. Bellinger for Coe. Heads it up. Almost. Johnson on the clearance. UT Tyler continuing to fend off. One chance after another inside the 18-yard box. Kinsey Tufts, a dangerous offensive threat, along with Parker Coe. Coe's gone to the outside. Now Tufts, Benson, Bellinger has switched sides. The outside back now on the right. We're looking for a mismatch. Bellinger sends it back out high. Almost got it on her right foot. Gets inside on the cross. Patriots score! A beautiful find from Gina Olmos. And the goal coming with 6:06 left to go in the first half. Emma Crowley has given the Patriots a 1-0 lead.
And you said it, the strength of depth, right? They brought somebody off the bench. She knows, she's been spoken to. Hey, we're finally getting to the wide. We're going to cross it. You got to use your speed to get there, get in that appropriate spot. Everything came from the corner, and we were able to adjust. DBU had people stay in their positions from the corner. The great cross, a great move from Alma, and then she doesn't just cross it. She looks for her, sees her, and then just take that touch, take that shot. You're in the box already. You don't need to overpower it. You don't need to dribble more. Just put it low and away. Great combinations, great passing, great recognition.
For Gina Olmos, it's a historical assist in DBU women's soccer history. She now ties Ashley Cox for the most assists in program history. 28 career assists. Ashley Cox, who played from 2012 to 15, has held that record, and almost now etches her name next to Cox's. Is now DBU back with possession. They've got the momentum. We're inside 6 minutes. Almost maybe looking to make the record her own now. Got to go inside for Medina. Crowley finding Kyler Kaufman, who just came off the bench. Kaufman, the transfer from the University of Louisiana, working against Johnson. Johnson, a stout defender, sends that out of bounds. Washburn towards the far post. Bellinger unable to get it on her left foot. Near the final 5 minutes of this first half, it's been played at a great pace. UT Tyler has outshot DBU 9-8. Each team with 4 shots on goal. How about this? The 9 shots from UT Tyler is the most shots, is tied with UC Colorado Springs for the most shots that DBU has allowed in a match this season. UCCS took 9 shots back on September the 10th. That's how good this DBU defense has been. It's just been a brick wall. It's almost been impenetrable. And tonight, UT Tyler with 9 shots in the first half. Stephanie Webb's, that is definitely something to build off of. But when they've had those shots, the defensive back line for DBU has stood strong. Big reason is number 10, Kenzie Tufts. She works to find Elise Borders. UT Tyler with the ball inside 4 minutes to go. We take a look at Stephanie Webb, 21 seasons there at UT Tyler. She has been just a hallmark of this program, great mind. There's always been just some tremendous battles between her and Marcus Wood through the years. Her squad has performed admirably here through the first 45 minutes. They've had some great moments. Looking for the equalizer with 3:30 to go. DBU trying to maybe tack on another goal or at least carry that 1-goal lead into the break. Olmos trying to get in front of Johnson. We've seen some great minutes tonight from number 3, Gina Olmos. No foul called. Travis Height lets him play through. Kyler Kaufman had the ball, and it's one away. Elise Borders, great playmaker, the senior from Dallas. Back out to Kaufman, out wide. Tipped out by Love. 3 minutes remain. Here's Coe with a left foot. Bellinger. Bellinger driving it. Far post. Almost there on the backside. Touched again by Crowley. You've seen tonight Parker Coe, the center back. We've seen her on the left side. We've seen Skylar Bellinger on the right. Now they've switched sides. What have you seen in terms of just the shape tonight from DBU in the first 45?
They picked up, again, the widths. If we can get the ball out there, get the cross, have numbers in the box, similar to what UT Tyler was doing against them in the first 10 minutes. If we can get it out wide, have numbers in the box. I think it came from a corner. We had people a little bit in different positions so we can attack on that corner, and you're seeing that it can work because they know what you can do on the opposite side. So now that defender's fresh against you. They've maybe seen you, but they haven't necessarily defended you one-on-one. If that's going to work, we know Coe can recover from the left side of the middle. So have her out wide, see if she can throw some crosses in, and then let Bellinger push up to be able to distribute that ball into the box. I think when you're comfortable with Tufts being in the middle too, and then all of a sudden it kind of looks like a 3-4-3. You're pushing an extra number up.
Chance for UT Tyler. They've been so dangerous around the box. Here's Ashley Washburn with 1:35 left to go. Marcus Wood has used Parker Coe in a number of ways this year, primarily as the center back. The Patriots this season, when teams have put a lot of numbers on the back line and inside the box, there's been a couple of times this year where he has moved Coe up high to play that striker role. It's just been fascinating to watch the chess match this year.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that it's a boring style of soccer, but yeah, if you know you're going to get scored on 3, 4, 5, 6 goals, you're going to put the numbers back and say, hey, let me defend, let me keep it 0-0, and then hope there's a counter chance, hope there's maybe a mistake, and my one forward up there can kind of put it away. And so teams tried that. Instead of sitting back and saying, hey, let me try to, and that's the tough part of the coach. You know your system works. Someone's heavily defended you. Do you say, hey, let me continue to play my system, see if it works? Or those great coaches, they know they can change up their system. They know where they can move players because they're recruiting just a full talented player, not necessarily a one type of skill player, and they're able to move them up. And Coe, Kinsey, I mean, you'd be comfortable moving them up into the midfield up top, having your outside defenders move up to wingers, to outside mids, forwards, and then really pushing your forwards in. And I think that's where the good coaches separate themselves.
Coe on the fine for Borders. She was hoping to get it outside of Washburn. Down to the final 10 seconds. Montoya trying to keep it away. UT Tyler. And it will be DBU's throw in, and that will get us to the half. What a first half it was. The goal from Emma Crowley right now, the difference on a beautiful pass from Gina Olmos. And with that assist, she ties Ashley Cox for the most assists in program history. And Crowley gets the goal for DBU. Emma Crowley, the young sophomore from California, with the goal. And for Emma Crowley on the season, her third goal of the year has given DBU a 1-0 lead going into halftime. Well, coming up at the break, college basketball season is right around the corner for DBU. It's already started. The men's basketball team was in Florida for the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame Classic last week. Tomorrow, it's their home opener against Colorado Mesa, and it's a full court press with head coach Blake Flickner. It's our weekly coaches show. We'll sit down and talk with Blake Flickner, along with Xavier Brown, the defensive player of the year in the Lone Star Conference, and TJ Thomas, transfer from East Texas A&M. They'll join us. We'll hear from them here in a moment on our weekly coaches show, and also our chats with the Pats. Alexis De La Garza visits with Xavier Brown. That's all coming around the corner here on FloCollege. Hey, Will. Are you up there?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm wondering, our photographer, Eddie Kelly, was like, he sent me a message. I saw it. It said, turn on the lights. I'm like, are our lights dimmer tonight? Or is our camera looks dark? And but when he sent that, I was like, I wonder if it's darker out there. Are our lights not? I know our lights are bad. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hello and welcome to Full Court Press with Blake Flickner. It's our weekly coaches show, and this week we're going inside the DBU basketball team alongside Patriot head coach Blake Flickner, TJ Thomas, Xavier Brown. The Patriots with their highest preseason ranking, school history, #3 in the country, getting ready for their home opener on Friday against Colorado Mesa. And you went on the road last week, 2 games in Florida. What were your takeaways from the trip?
Oh, they were great learning experiences. We played some of the best teams in the country and had a chance to see things that we need to work on. Came back, had a couple of great film sessions and days in practice, and we're excited to play in front of our home crowd this week.
I'm going to ask you about these 2 guys that came with you today. I'll start with Xavier. After having been here for a year last season, Lone Star Conference Defensive Player of the Season, came from Appalachian State. When he decided to make DBU the place that he wanted to call home, what did you envision? Did you envision what he was able to do last year defensively and on the offensive end?
Yeah, on the court, we had a lot of high expectations of what we believed X could do. I think he's got some special abilities, but there were things that we didn't know ahead of time until you get him in the program. Just the intangibles, the leadership, the poise that he has, those are things that you can't evaluate on film. And he's continued to be an even better leader than we hoped. But his defensive feel and just his IQ for the game has been a huge blessing to our program.
We get another great sign this year in TJ Thomas coming in from East Texas, where he led the team in assists last season. What are the traits that excite you the most about TJ?
Well, TJ's a leader. He knows how to make plays. He's a great shooter. He can create for others. He had excellent on-off splits in his time at East Texas, and he's one of the best passers and has an incredible vision. He makes the right reads out of ball screens. He's got great anticipation. I'm excited for our fans to get to see him play.
Yeah, I'm excited for our fans to get to know you, TJ, and take us through your journey. Grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, but you come to Texas to play college basketball, a JUCO stop, and then East Texas. Take us through just growing up in Memphis, your love for basketball, and what drew you to DBU?
Yes, sir. Well, I've been playing basketball since I was a little kid, so I really fell in love with the sport because my dad and mom both played. So out of high school, I played went to the state championship, won my senior year. So coming out of my senior year, I ended up only having like 2 JUCO offers. So my AAU coach that I played professionally for, he knew my coach at Collin where I went to school. They both grew up in Jersey together, so it just fit well for me to go there. So I went there, played 2 seasons there, played okay my freshman year, but then my sophomore year I really took it up to another level. And then that year, that's when I got offered by East Texas A&M. I was there last year. everybody pretty knows it was a pretty rough season for us. But I think at times I had my spurts where I were pretty good, and like as I got like more involved in the offense and defense, and I think coach put more trust in me. I started to show my real skill levels on all aspects of the floor. And then so it was a really rough season there, and then a bunch of my teammates also transferred out, so it was like kind of a rebuild going on. So I was just looking for something fresh, and then so I was in the portal for a little while, and then I just one day randomly checked my Twitter, and one of their coaches had hit me up, and so from that moment on, they put the visit on 2 days later, and then I think I committed probably like a week and a half after. So it really made me come in just because of, like I told Coach earlier, like it's just very family oriented, and it's been a good experience because coming from East Texas where it's like in the middle of nowhere to the city of like Dallas, it's been like very fun, interesting, and it's just been different. So I just like coming around and being with everybody and just being able to just take on the different challenges that DBU's brought to me.
Excited to see him in the backcourt. You lose two big pieces in Ricky and along with Cam, your two all-time leading scorers, and Ricky Lujan and Cam Khan. But X, I'm going to ask you, I mean, when you lose two players like that, but you see, I mean, the core nucleus outside of that, the guys that are coming back, there's a great story about what you had to say to those guys. Can you take us through just what were the conversations like and trying to keep that group together, and maybe what your vision is for this year?
Yeah, obviously we have a season like that. In this day and age, everybody wants to enter the portal, see if they can go to a bigger school. You know, obviously NIL is a big factor in what everybody does now. It's like business moves instead of just you want to play the sport. But I just made sure everybody knew where my standpoint, my viewpoints were, and I was planning to stay here regardless of everything that happened. You know, I wanted to build on what had already been great. So I told them that I plan on staying. I love you guys, and this is the place I wanted to be, and that I had no question in doubt that I wanted to stay here. And obviously when somebody hears that from another person that they think is their leader and somebody they value high, it keeps everybody else around, and we ended up having everybody else stay. So
yeah, nobody leaves, everybody's back. And when you hear words like that from a guy like X, a guy that you hear the leadership and you just talked about it, well, what does that mean to you as a head coach?
Yeah, it's really special. You work so hard to recruit good players and to try and build a good community. And a lot of people talk about having a family atmosphere, but we've been really blessed that we've had guys that have just really loved it, loved the campus, loved the community, loved the locker room, loved hanging out in the cafeteria with each other. And they've wanted to invest in this program, and it's been fun to have that continuity, have the guys return and continue to build. It's not the way everybody thinks about it in today's day and age, but there's a special blessing when you think about academically and just the relationships of being able to have some longevity and have some connections to a place. I love it when our alumni come back. They feel tied to the university. We got homecoming game coming up in just a couple weeks, and it's always fun to see our alumni around, and it's great to have guys that are invested in the program. They love it here. They're having fun with each other, and they trust the process that, hey, we can continue to get better and do bigger and better things if we'll continue to push each other and stick together.
TJ, how have you experienced that? Being a guy that's coming from the outside, I mean, you only had 3 guys added to this roster, and you're the senior. To be able to come in, how has it been in terms of fitting into the culture, and you're kind of in that leadership type role as a senior?
I'd say for sure it's been an experience coming in with 12 guys returning. You're just trying to see best of where you fit in. And I admit that's early on I struggled with that, trying to see where I fit in best on both ends of the ball. But as time grew, we kept putting in more plays and kept practicing, went over film. I think I've gotten more adjusted. Coaches put his trust in me, and I feel like my teammates trust me too, and I trust them as well. So I just think we continue to just build rapport and just keep going after every day that this thing will grow to limits that he can't reach, man.
I think about the communication between the guards. I mean, how many times have we seen X go up on an alley-oop dunk? And I can imagine being the leader and assistant at East Texas, the times that you're going to hook up with X for slam dunks. I want to ask you about that, Xavier. I don't know what that feels like to be above the rim like you are, but what goes through your mind? Whether you're in a breakaway dunk or it's an alley-oop, take us through. What does it feel like to be Xavier Brown?
Well, first, make the dunk. That's the biggest thing, but as a kid, you always have those, fantasies and dreams, and you're replaying in your head types of ways you can dunk the ball, or getting a fast break, stuff like that. So, the first couple of times I did it, it was surreal, But as I got older, and a lot more wear and tear on my body, a couple of times it's more like all right, do I have the legs for this? Because I know I got to play defense right after this, so it's more like that. But for the most time, like a dunk like that, you know, sways the way of the game, and you can be a momentum shifter. So sometimes you just got to go for it and risk it. And if it works out, it usually works out well. But if it doesn't, you know, the repercussions can be costly. So it's more so picking your times and choosing when you know the time is right and how you're feeling in that moment.
Yeah, how does that feed the energy? I know how it feeds the energy in the Berg, but in terms of just, yeah, you got to get back on the defensive end now, but how many times have we seen that just fuel the team to go on a run?
Yeah, it really can. I mean, when you get a fun highlight or a big exciting play, the whole team puffs their chest up a little bit more and plays with a little bit more energy. So it's just 2 points, but sometimes it feels like more than 2 points because of the enthusiasm and the energy that can build off of that. And you know, it's not easy being a college athlete, and having great athleticism and playing above the rim requires a lot of body maintenance. And shout out to our trainers. Jackson McQueen's spends a lot of time helping keep these guys healthy, and all the things that we try and push them to do is really trying to find the max of what they're capable of. But that's not an easy thing, and so it takes a lot of work outside of practice too to just continue to come back feeling healthy and feeling young and spry.
Where do you feel like you are now 2 weeks into the season, just the level of communication? How excited are you two guys to play with one another this season?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm ready for Friday to finally, because I know I'm ready to get a win, so I'm ready to just go out there and compete and just go out there and show everybody the hard work we've been putting in on Friday and Saturday.
Thanks, how about for you?
I'm definitely excited. You know, adding TJ is a huge help. Bishop, Dozier, everybody, you know, else coming back. You get to see what you're really made of. You know, last year's success is last year's success, you know, and the team you have right now is a new team completely. You know, there's a lot of guys that were either redshirt and they didn't play as much last year, so they're still trying to get to, you know, their own flow and figure out who they are, you know. So being able to have everybody who's here be in the moment and build a new chemistry is exciting.
Colorado Mesa on Friday. You get 2 games this weekend. Mesa on Friday, Colorado Christian on Saturday. It's a South Central Region Challenge. Well, you're tuning up for conference, but how important is this weekend? I know it's not conference play, but you got 2 regional opponents that are coming in. What is the emphasis this week? What are the things that you want to see?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge test, huge challenge. Both these teams are really good. You know, Colorado Christian is much improved. They had an exhibition game against Weber State. There was a 3-point game. Colorado Mesa has not had anything public, but word on the street is I think they're pretty good. And I'd be surprised if they don't finish the year ranked really high. I think they're going to have an excellent season. They'll probably be one of the top 1 or 2 or 3 teams in the RMAC. And so they'll be great tests for us. We're hoping to build and learn from our previous experiences and come out and really play to our best ability. I think it's going to be really important that we take good care of the ball, that we rebound well, and find a way to put some downhill pressure on the rim.
You want to be here at the Berg. 5 o'clock tip, DBU, Colorado Mesa, and then Colorado Christian on Saturday is the South Central Region Challenge. That's going to do us for us for Full Court Press. For Blake Flickner, TJ Thomas, Xavier Brown, I'm Reagan Radcliffe.
We commercial. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I think you can go 2. If you're good with 2 minutes, I think that'll take us right up to kick almost. Say we're back. Yeah, we're back. Sorry. Welcome back to Dallas, Texas Patriots Soccer Field. It's the home of the Lone Star Conference semifinal round this week. Championship on Sunday, and DBU with a 1-0 lead on the goal from Emma Crowley. Kenzie Tufts right there helping anchor that DBU defensive back line, which did not allow a goal, but they saw 9 shots taken by UT Tyler. To put that into some frame of reference for you, we talked about it late there in that first half. In case you missed it, the 9 shots taken by UT Tyler, that ties the most that DBU has faced in a match all season long. So it tells you the game plan tonight that Stephanie Webb and her squad have put together has been really impressive. How about this change? For UT Tyler, they're going to change the goalkeeper. Emily Clark is coming in for Robbie Curry. And they get a goalkeeper in Clark who's seen time there. She's played in 14 matches. She's made 3 starts. So she's going to split time with Robbie Curry. She's a senior from Bullard, Texas, right outside of Tyler. DBU is also making a change with Isabella Medina coming in for Chandler Wheat to begin this second half of play. So we're underway in a 1-0 DBU lead. UT Tyler with possession here to begin this second half, and there is Medina with her first touch. And Louth and Patriots in the first half had 8 shots, so very close on the comparison in shots. 9-8 UT Tyler advantage. Both teams with 4 shots on goal. Each team with 3 fouls. Really, the only clear difference besides the score is the fact that DBU had 3 corners and UT Tyler had 1. Here is Angelina Olmos, who had the assist on a great pass to Emma Crowley on the Patriots' goal, the 28th career assist in Gina Olmos' career. Now Walker on the outside. There's Hannah Montoya. Montoya, great minutes there in the first half. Montoya with room. Montoya kind of led the physical charge there for DBU in that first half. That was, both teams played a physical brand. Montoya played all 45 minutes of that first half, along with Gina Olmos, Skylar Bellinger, Kenzie Tufts, Parker Coe, the Patriot goalkeeper, and Leslie Miller. There is Louthen. Great looking cross in there for Vela. Still a chance. Jolie Benson off the crossbar and in. And DBU's got a 2-goal advantage within 3 minutes into the second half.
And I think what you're seeing is UT Tyler may be trying to start off. They got a goalie. They're playing their normal game plan. Split the goalies at half. She's got some height. She's got the ability to be there. But it looked like they were sitting back a little bit, trying to absorb a little bit of pressure and see what they're bringing. So DBU, just bring the ball, get across, get it in the middle, take a first-time shot just like that. Don't try to take a touch in the box. Even if you drill it at the goalie, if it's with pace, you got to have the best reflex time. So get that ball across, recycle it back in the middle, take a shot where you're in the box. Easy goal for DBU on frame.
Well, the goals tonight for DBU coming from maybe 2 players that have not been a huge part of the goal production this year. Emma Crowley, who has her 3rd goal of the season, and then Jolie Benson also with her 3rd of the year. But that's really kind of a microcosm of this Patriots squad. So much firepower offensively. You have 15 different players that have scored goals this season for DBU.
I think that's where the coaching comes into aspect, right? You got 2 experienced coaches who understand the game so well, and their players. They recruit them. They've seen them, some of them maybe since middle school, some of them through high school, and so you know they're ready, whether they played the first game of the season or first game of the conference, but you know you can rely on them. You know your skills, and I think Coach Wood knew where his sub was at, who he had to get in to make that difference, and both of them paying off.
10 Patriots have scored 3 or more goals this year. 15 different players have scored. It's just remarkable. There's so many players on this roster that can hurt you in a number of different ways, and the goals tonight coming from Crowley and Benson. Well, now UT Tyler finds themselves in a hole here, down 2-0. They've got to quickly respond. Now, maybe the good news for Stephanie Webb's squad is, as we talked about just a moment ago, the number of chances they've had. There's been opportunities tonight for UT Tyler.
Yeah, they got to go back to their first 10 minutes of that first half, right? How can we recycle that and say, hey, redo that, get it out wide, have some touches, and then get your crosses in, and then let your team push up. That way you have some defenders who can header, let them go up, get your corner kicks, keep putting it out wide, and keep sending yourself crosses.
There's Natalie Jones, big part of this UT Tyler offense as Leslie Miller scoops it up. Miller's been put to the test tonight more than she has all season long. She only came in with 12 saves on the year. Miller tonight with 4. Louth in one touch. Great find of Vela. McKenna Vela, junior forward, Patriot corner, will be their 4th of the night.
Yeah, Vela with that speed there. That ball was slowly creeping out of bounds. She's able to get there with her speed and then get that cross off to allow yourself to get a corner.
Bellinger again from the far corner. Just delivers a great ball. Bellinger on the season with 6 assists. Freshman of the year in the Lone Star Conference. High arcing delivery. This ball is still loose. Rattles around. Patriots score. They find the goal. I believe it was McKenna Vela who picks that goal up. Boy, what a delivery from Bellinger, and the Patriots with second and third opportunities score, and now the lead has swelled to 3.
Just a great corner. And again, if you're not going to come out as a goalie, you're guarding your line because it's in that PK spot. You got it. She does a great job getting up for it, but you got to do all you can to control it, maybe hold it, and hope a defender's there. It bounces out. That's why I say when you parry it and you let it rebound back into the middle, that's where the offensive numbers always are. And they just put it towards a corner, bounces off the pole in DBU's favor, goal.
It looked like it maybe initially touched by Coe on that first chance, and then it would look to maybe clip off the back heel of Vela. And she celebrates the goal, and if that in fact is Vela's goal, that would be her team-leading 11th of the year. Well, UT Tyler, who's so stout defensively, only gives up about a half a goal per match. Have the second-best defensive unit in the Lone Star Conference. All of a sudden, they look up, and they find themselves in a 3-goal deficit against a Patriots team that has only allowed 5 goals all season long. It's always amazing to watch the adjustments of Marcus Wood. Almost 6 minutes into the second half, and his team has scored 2 goals. It is fascinating to see the adjustments that he makes.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's just where he can go talk and maybe simplify it to the players and let them understand what we need to change, and especially when you go against UT Tyler in those first 10 minutes and you almost feel like you do get punched in the face. They're coming out aggressive. They're coming out fast. And he's telling them at halftime, match that, use our width, use our speed all of a sudden, and then get to use our crosses, our height. That's all our strengths. If we just weren't doing it, let's just do it in the second half. And he's able to talk his team into it, make those adjustments, and then scheme it. Get them out here almost like it's set up plays, almost like, a quarterback who knows his first 8 plays on a drive, and then all of a sudden we have the space with the ball. We are in the corners going to goal.
Gina almost now. Almost. On the quick touch, Vela looking to strike again. Clark there with a save. Patriots on that corner have now scored 14 goals on corners this year. 14 of their now 65 goals. They are closing in on the school record. The 2021 team set the record with 69 goals. That is well within reach. You've got the Lone Star Conference Championship coming up, and then what the Patriots hope to be a deep run in the NCAA postseason. This is one of the toughest regions in the country, the South Central region made up of the Lone Star Conference and the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, the top 6 ranked teams advance. You feel like that's almost unfair with as many outstanding teams as there are between those two conferences, only 6 that are able to advance. That all starts next week. The top 2 seeds will receive byes.
Now the game for UT Tyler, number 7.
DBU figures to be one of those 2 teams. The question for DBU becomes, can they lock up that number 1 seed? You would think the number 1 ranked team in the country, that would be a foregone conclusion. It's not. You've got a team like Colorado School of Mines and Colorado Mesa. They play the championship tomorrow in the RMAC. And if DBU were to stumble, whether that was going to be tonight or in the championship, who's not to say that the winner of the RMAC might be the 1 seed, as Montoya had a chance at it. Figure the Patriots be the favorite to be the 1, but this was an important match tonight. If you lost to the semifinals, you really opened the door.
Yeah,
it would have been back-to-back losses.
I think you have to take care of business, and then you were set up to play, you're ready to go, and I think you do get the UT talents coming in hungry, and so Coach Wood knowing how important this is and making those adjustments at halftime, it shows you, hey, we're going to win. They want to win all the way through. They want to get that top seed.
Those regional rankings coming in today, DBU 1, Mines 2, Mesa 3, UCCS 4, who lost in penalty kicks to Mines in the semifinals. You figure those 4 are pretty well established, where there might be some moving around within those 4. Midwestern State's got a big match tonight against TWU. If Midwestern State can win that, I feel like they lock up at least the 5th, maybe even moving in maybe to that 4 spot. And depending on what Midwestern State does this weekend, could continue to climb. Here's Gina Olmos. Patriots with all the momentum right now. Almost has it swiped off of her foot. But Midwestern State, if they were to come in and win this conference championship, they could find themselves towards the upper echelon of the regional rankings. It's going to be very interesting to see. For TWU tonight, a lot at stake for them as well. They're number 6 in the region, with the top 6 teams making it. Big one for them tonight as well. They were probably DBU fans, to be honest. They did not need UT Tyler pulling off an upset and maybe leapfrogging them. So this might have been the best outcome for TWU if this does hold tonight. It's always an intriguing time of year as you start to scoreboard watch and to see which teams making the strongest cases for the NCAA tournament. This Patriots team is on the brink of a historic year. They had won 16 straight before that loss to Midwestern State in the final match of the regular season. They had the longest win streak of any team in the country at any level until that streak was broken by Midwestern State. You look at a loss like that, though. You know, how much is there the pressure of having to play an undefeated season? Is that in some way maybe for this Patriots squad a little bit freeing now to have a loss? I know Marcus Wood really used this week to get back to the drawing board with this team and press them on a lot of things.
Absolutely. I think it's a big pressure. You want to have that best record of any team, whether it's your school record or it's going to be a national thing where you want to be the number 1 team. And so you carry that pressure, but your coaches know how to handle it. They've been here before. Some of these girls are coming from high schools that have great records, but it is a pressure you're carrying. And then every time you play someone, you're playing the best version of them. They want to be the one that's known for knocking you down. So day in and day out, it's a battle against every team you play. Then you start getting close to that conference tournament, to that national tournament, and just that pressure builds up to be perfect to that, be perfect through it, be perfect at the end of it. And really, I think you get to the point where a loss can help you if the coaches and the players respond well. And so getting that loss essentially takes all that weight off their shoulders. They had the best team, the best record. They got their rankings.
There's Vela again on the cross, and a near goal. It was Louthan that was charging in.
Yeah, I think Louthan wants that one back. It's a great move to get out there to that corner.
Page and a handball inside the box. And DBU was calling for it. They're going to get it. Caitlin Wallerchek Just an unfortunate break right now as, well, all of a sudden this has really spiraled on UT Tyler.
Yeah, if you see here, it's just an unfortunate bounce, and it goes to her right side. And so the hands are down, but you can't make yourself bigger. You can't have an advantage of your body to stop the ball. And so her hand is down, but the arm's extended out. I think she's moving to her left. That ball bounces to her right, and the arm's there to stop it. I think the referees, again, that's why there's no card. He just sees it as a handball. It's a great call. We move on from it.
Lauren Walker. What a moment right here for Walker. Looking for her first career goal. Walker denied, though. Emily Clark with the save.
Yeah, Clark did good work. She sat there, she sat there, she sat there, she waited, and then she went down and saved. I think for Walker, taking those 1, 2, slow 3 steps to get the ball, it doesn't allow you to get as much pace on it and really tuck it away unless it's a perfect corner shot. So I think for her, she takes those PKs maybe a couple steps further back to really get that strength behind it and put it away stronger.
A big collision above the box. Walker involved in it. It's Ann Louthan. Now Tufts. Again, the Midwestern State TWU match will follow this one, the conclusion. We're scheduled for around a 7:30 start. We think that might be a little bit later, possibly, just depending on the amount of warm-up time that they're allotted. Walker has it now. Louthan back to Parker Coe. It's Bellinger. Montoya. Bella checking in. Great defensive play there. The ball won by UT Tyler. That started with the play of Savannah Clark. Coe sends it for Vela. Goals tonight for DBU from Emma Crowley, Jolie Benson, and McKenna Vela. And assists coming from, look at this collision here. Lauren Walker going down with big hit right there from Lauren.
Yeah, she goes in to defend, meets at the same time. She's able to poke it out, and then she just takes the brunt of the hit. She takes it all, and it's going to hurt. And you're playing extra strong. You're a little bit upset because you missed the PK. You could see her. But it's, hey, she's going to defend hard. She came back, defended great, did well, got back on the field.
The assist tonight, Skylar Bellinger has 2, Gina Olmos with 1, and Louthan with 1. 2 goals that were double assist, and then Parker Coe had that assist on the corner that Vela finished off. Well, how about the work rate you're seeing tonight from Hannah Montoya in the midfield? She's down on the ground, getting up slow.
And that was that pace of change. And so you want to give the coaches credit for their subs, but you got to let it play out longer than 10 minutes. But you saw that in that first half when Coach Wood brought in some subs, and then you had Montoya in there in that middle. They picked up their pace, they picked up their aggression, and made all the difference.
There's a chance for UT Tyler. Coe got a foot on it. Bellinger whiffed. Katie Wong. Miller trying to get there to save it, and it'll be a corner for UT Tyler. Well, great defense from Parker Coe. And then Bellinger had a chance to clear it, but just it's a rare miss. (3-0) DBUs. We're inside 29 minutes. The corner now from this near side from Ella Anderson. And McCrowley coming back in for DBU. Hannah Montoya is the one that's slow to leave the field right now. They're waiting for Montoya to get off. I think Travis Height blew his whistle. Here's Anderson's approach. This on the back side. Crowley with a great flick and gets it out. Montoya still walking. You see Hannah Montoya now just getting off the pitch. With it, for DBU fans, they're going to hold your breath. That was a big collision Montoya took in the midfield. Tufts, just great ball control. It's Kyler Kaufman 15-10 shot advantage for DBU now. It was 9-8 at the half, UT Tyler's favor. DBU has placed 9 shots on goal of those 15 shots they've taken.
Here's that collision with Montoya.
Here's a look at that collision again with Hannah Montoya. She dealt with an injury, an ACL injury, before the season started. She takes a big hit there from Larissa Placencia.
Mary Love.
Subs for the Patriots, Riley Olson, Chandler Wheat.
For DBU, number 16, Riley Olson, and number 44.
So the freshman tandem coming on for the Patriots. We had our Patriot spotlight for UT Tyler in the first half was Gabrielle Wiebe, and with Riley Olson stepping onto the pitch, we saw Riley in the first half, and when she's been one of the great super subs for DBU this year. What a season it's been in her rookie campaign. And back over to Alexis Delagarza to tell us more on Riley's story.
Thanks, Reagan. Riley's actually a walk-on, and she told me, she never really considered DBU, not because she didn't want to play here, but really because she honestly didn't think she could ever make the roster. And so when she got the offer, it was an automatic yes for her, and said from the time Corey had called her club coach, she was committed within about 2 weeks. She played for a great program at Flower Mound High School and for the Sting Royal ECNL club team, but told me the biggest adjustment for her coming into this year has just been the overall demand, physically and technically. She mentioned in high school and club, if you're weaker in certain areas, you could get away with it, but now at this level, it stands out and is noticeable because it is such a high level of play. And Coach Woody and Corey have those high standards set, but that's what makes this team so dangerous, and she appreciates that. But she told me this season has already exceeded her expectations. Coming into the program and starting off with such a bang, there's just so much potential for what they have left to do this season. It just gets her excited for the coming years. And she's seen a lot of growth from herself from when they recruited her to now, saying a lot did come over the summer, and now she's really focusing every day on the little things to get better. But she's just thankful for every minute she gets on the pitch and everything she's learned.
She's so much fun to watch. It's just great to be around. I know you had a great time your visit with her, and which is full of energy and emotion and plays at an incredibly high rate of speed. And physical brand of play. And speaking of physical brands of play tonight, well, that picture right there kind of tells you all tonight. Emma Crowley, a big hit and player down that now is back up for UT Tyler. It's been that kind of night. I mean, two teams are just laying it all on the line. That is Gabrielle Wiebe, a former DBU Patriot who we spotlighted earlier tonight. Clock has stopped. 25-21. What a night she's had. It was so special there in the first half. Team leader in minutes. A great crowd on hand tonight at Patriot Soccer Field. Ball now at the feet of Jolie Benson. Parker Coe, Riley Olson. Great movement to Chandler Wheat now. A freshman speedster, striker from Midlothian. In center circle, and Wheat called for the foul. Free kick for UT Tyler.
Yeah, you want to see Wheat. She's got the speed, so she's got to take those dribbles into space. We want to use her speed to get there. And kind of from that player spotlight, as you get into those smaller spaces, you got to be able to defend, do a little bit of work on the opposite side as a forward to help your team out. She gets there a little bit late, not too crazy of a foul there, but like to see her get that ball at her feet and then try to dribble away, give herself some space.
UT Tyler running out of time. They need a goal. This one rattles around inside the box. Just one shot in the second half. You've seen the offense adjustment for DBU that's led to 2 goals. One was on a set-piece corner. How about defensively what they've done here in the second half to limit UT Tyler to just the one shot?
I really think it's you adjusted your offense, so you're putting them on their back feet. Now UT Tyler has to stay back, and so they're not as comfortable. They don't have as many numbers up. Where in that first half, they were doing so good with their aggression, with their speed, get it out wide. Now they're having to defend. They're on their back foot. They're not having numbers up, and so DBU just keeps their defense what they've done all year. We got our strong 4 in the back. We can kind of rotate it to a 3. We have our midfielders who know to get back and play defense. So for them, I think it was just as they got the goals and the offense in their favor to kind of take that space up top and give their defense ability to move. Just business as usual with their defense now.
Saw a picture there of Hannah Montoya. I think that looks to be a good sign. Her standing, smiling. Courtney Pinson, the team trainer, nearby. What a job. You know, the DBU coaching staff was awarded Coaching Staff of the Year yesterday at the Lone Star Conference Championships banquet. A big part of that staff is the work that Courtney Pinson does, the team's athletic trainer. Take a look at Marcus Wood right there. What a staff it is. Corey Marr, assistant coach who played soccer here at DBU on the men's side, and now an assistant on the women's. Such a tremendous recruiter, developer of talent. There you look at Courtney Pinson, team's athletic trainer. She's been a part of this women's soccer program for a good while, and year in, year out, she has helped keep this DBU team healthy, strong, and recruit a lot of players back to injury. 2 of them that have come back this year. One has been Hannah Montoya, the other Jolie Benson, that they thought they might have lost for the year. Both getting back and playing significant roles this season. They got 2 really great grad assistants as well, Caroline Havard, Allison White. And congratulations to that coaching staff, the work that they've done. There's Corey Marr. I get the feeling it's been a kind of a challenging week. You come off that loss against Midwestern State. Marcus Wood said that there were some things that were exposed a little bit that they had to go back and work on, and I feel like it's been an intense week of practice. And it's paid off tonight with a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, to kind of build off earlier before we had those 2-3 chances at goal, you know, you take that loss, and it's not necessarily, I mean, if you're coach, I don't think you're going to be very upset with your team in a negative way where you're just going to throw around disappointment. I think it's more of like, we got the pressure off, the loss came. That shows we still have things to work on. And you can actually flip it as a positive and say, hey, guys, now we can put our head down and work. Because it's not that DBU was just doing everything right. It's just that all the outcomes are coming out right and all the favors. So you continue to work on what was working, and you continue to take those steps, and you don't necessarily want to get too out of whack. And that's what a loss does. It gets you a little bit out of whack so you know what you got to work on, and it gives you a more intense week of practice. And I think it's that timing. And I've used this as an example. You know, you see in North Carolina years ago with their run into the national championship and to win it, they took that loss, and they were able to kind of regroup and then go with that confidence because they're able to work on stuff. And so you do that here. You got Coach Wood, you got Corey. You say, hey, we took that loss. Here's what we reviewed. Let's hit a hard week of practice. And then it shows here that first half when UT Tyler was just hitting them hard for 15, 20 minutes, it seemed like they were ready. They could absorb it. They could take it. The goalie was ready to make the saves and then flip it that second half and get ahead.
Here's Emma Crowley spinning, looking for her second goal, and she finds it in the upper left corner. Emma Crowley with a brace, and DBU's got a 4-0 lead.
I mean, there's no better goal than that goal right there. I mean, that's a goal where if you put her in the Premier League right now and said, do that exact same thing. We're going to have defenders backed up. We're going to attack. We got a player out wide. We're going to send it to you in the middle. All she does is just fake her player, receive it to her left foot, and then takes the shot right away, goes up her 90. There's nothing better than that there. Any level you put her, and she does that same move, she's going to have an opportunity to score, and 99% of the time it's going to go in. You're watching the film. I've said this throughout the season. You're a recruit. You're seeing this. Take notice of that. She got her chance in the first half. She used her speed. She used her brain to put herself in the box and score that first goal. Now here she understands she's got to take a touch and put it on frame. She does it. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, I don't think there's anything that Emily Clark could have done right there. That is just, we were put in a spot in the goal that there was no chance for her to reach. Great pass from Isabella Medina, the freshman. What a move by Crowley, she came in tonight with 2 goals. She's got a pair tonight. Now Parker Coe can go to the bench. Wait, now you got a 4-goal lead, and here's where the Patriots can afford to rest some players as you start thinking about the Lone Star Conference Championships on Sunday.
Yeah, you got it in your back pocket. You don't ever want to soup up your team and think, hey, guys, we're going to get so far ahead. I got second, third string opportunities, but you do want to have.
Oh, here they come again.
And I think it's the idea where you're like, hey, and talking to coach, assistant coach, maybe your third coach, if we do get this far ahead, it's a chance to rest. It's a chance to prevent injuries. So let's get in that second string. Let's get in some minutes on people who have it, because you know now with the subs who end up scoring 2 goals, hey, I might need them. It's not necessarily that somebody can't start over the other. It's just that we're going to play this person, that person. It's a tough first half, 15, 20 minutes in. We played them last game. They got minutes under their legs now. Let's get them in. They score a goal or 2, and now you got 15, 16 players you can rotate through. They're getting minutes. You're saving injuries. This is a great spot to be in. Coach is prepared for it. He's ready for it. And then you're going to start seeing that pay off into the national tournament.
Boy, the Patriots on a night, really the first 25 minutes of this one, you felt like, well, UT Tyler put together a great game plan, and Stephanie Webb did tonight. It really pushed DBU the first 25, 30 minutes of this match, and it finally broke through. And this second half has been just a masterclass from Marcus Wood. Take a look at Stephanie Webb. A lot to be proud of. This UT Tyler squad, 11-win season. You got to remember, this is a team that's not that far removed from being Division III. They were Division III up until 7 years ago. And it's been back-to-back double-digit win seasons for UT Tyler. This is going to be a program to watch.
And she's in a good spot. I think Tyler is, when people prefer that kind of city, it's in a good spot where you can come to DFW. All the talent's here. She can recruit. She's done it. If she was that many years at Hardin-Simmons in a small-town environment that's growing slowly, she's able to recruit there and be successful. She can definitely take that to Tyler. Then you're that much closer to DFW and the talent that's there. And I think she can take this first half and build upon that and talk to recruits and say, hey, we can hang with the best. The team is there. These are my final pieces I need. You're part of that, and you can see UT Tyler becoming a powerhouse.
Man, she's got some great pieces that are going to be back next year. Larissa Placencia was on the all-freshman team. Ella Anderson, a sophomore who 6 goals, is tied for the team lead this year. Now, they are going to take some hits there. You've got some seniors. It's going to be interesting to see with the seniors. Opportunity maybe to come back for a 5th year, the possibility. What happens on that front if you get some key pieces back, like a Brooke Mullins, a Natalie Jones, possibly. That could be huge. But tonight, just kind of run into a buzzsaw here in the second half. Callis Schrock has come in, along with Lauren Mueller. This is Kyler Kaufman. You've got Elise Borders, Sydney Hopper, Allie Allen, Emma Crowley, Ashley Washburn, Riley Olson. And the goalkeeper, Sam Jones, has checked in as well. It's a great chance, too, for Marcus Wood, not only to rest his starters, but now you're giving players opportunities in a championship-type environment. You get into the postseason, Lone Star Conference semifinals, these are valuable minutes for players off of your bench. Great experience here.
Yeah, that's my favorite type of coach in there, because even on the reverse side, there's always opportunities to kind of get those younger players or a player who maybe hasn't been in that atmosphere. Give them the minutes so it pays off that next time around. I think you see in other sports, it's kind of tough. Sometimes in college basketball, it's those last 30 seconds, they're already down by 10. It's just for free throws. They really don't get to move the ball around. Or in football, it's going to be the quarterback, the second string, third string. They never practice with first stringers. They've never gotten those minutes. They get out there and it maybe looks like a little bit of deer in the headlights. And so Coach Wood here wants to make sure they're not going to be a deer in the headlights. He wants to make sure they're able to play along the flow of the game. They're able to get shots. They're able to make body contact, maybe take their first big hit, understand they can get up and keep playing. And that's the kind of program maybe you're looking to go play for, because the coach is trying to put you in positions to succeed.
Borders back out to Wheat. Less than 15 minutes to go in this one. DBU has written their name into Sunday's championship match. Now, will it be Midwestern State, a team they lost to in the regular season finale, or TWU, a team that they defeated in Denton earlier this season? That was a special night. for DBU. That 4-0 victory. This ball loose, Lord Mueller there. See, especially I'm thinking of the UT Dallas game was the one that Ann Louthan had the 4 goals. That was UT. It was UT Dallas. Those were back-to-back matches, and it was on the road at UT Dallas. But still, DBU a 4-0 win over TWU. That was back on October the 15th. On November 4th, the final match of the regular season, a 2-0 loss to Midwestern State. Tonight, 4 goals against UT Tyler. It's really been the story between these two teams this year has been the second half dominance for DBU. You go back to their match on September 24th in Tyler. Both of DBU's goals came in the second half. They've scored 5 goals in the second half against Tyler.
Number 17, Natalie Jones.
A lot of substitutions now for Stephanie Webb's squad. Pushing forward, good run by Oliveira. Wheat finds Crowley, who's having a career night with the 2 goals. Sydney Hopper. Looking for a through ball to Borders, and now it's Ashley Washburn. Borders inside the 6-yard box. This one trying to play towards the top of that box.
Yeah, Border does a good job getting to that ball, making that cross. Just a cross kind of let her down a little bit. But going back to the Sydney Hopper pass there, that's where her strength is. Get the ball with space. Allow yourself to move forward. Use your speed. Use your the way you're built to have that ball in possession and strength. And then that's where she's going to, I think, continue to develop as a player here.
Now Hopper again looking for that ball. That time for Olsen.
I think that's for next season when you get a midfielder who can not only defend but can receive it, turn, and take the space, be physical, and do those finishing passes to your forward. And she might have been offsides. I think as a forward, you always want to go after her. But Hopper, you could see her taking these minutes here and really progressing into that next year.
Championship match on Sunday at 1. And then the NCAA tournament begins on Friday. First round, good chance that will be here at Patriot Soccer Field. I think this one tonight was very important for DBU. Even still, the #1 team in the country, you feel like has solidified that spot as one of your top 2 seeds in the South Central region. I think tonight seals the deal, if it wasn't already. The DBU should host first and second rounds here November 21st through the 23rd. And if DBU as a 1 seed or a 2 seed, it would have a bye in that first round. So you have a neutral site match on campus between 2 teams, and then the Patriots, if it all works out this way, they would play that Sunday match on the 23rd. This would be the 17th win of the year for DBU. They are inching closer and closer to the school record for wins. 21-win season, or a 20-win season for DBU back in 2021, the year that they reached the Final Four. It was their lone trip to the Final Four. They finished the year 20-4. They were ranked number 3 in the final United Soccer Coaches poll.
The length on her throw-ins, she can throw that ball in pretty far. And I think it's almost like a set piece. It'd be like a corner kick. Watch how far she can throw this.
Number 32.
It's almost to the 6-yard box. The header goes over the crossbar.
I mean, that's a corner kick basically right there. The way it flicks to the back post, almost the back post, it gives you a chance to try to get a second header on it. It's tough to defend.
It's Michaela Gracia who's come in. All three goalkeepers have been on the pitch tonight. That header was from Madeline Talkington. Patriot shots just mounting up here. It's 16 shots in the second half. They had 8 in the first half, 8 in the second half. Yeah, one of the big storylines is holding UT Tyler to just 1 shot in the second half. Back to your point, it's really been because of the offensive pressure that DBU's had. The possession was close to 50-50 in the first half, but not here in the final 45. What a week on campus here in Dallas. You get semifinal soccer action tonight, the Lone Star Conference. Tomorrow, the South Central Region Challenge begins in basketball. DBU and Colorado Mesa tomorrow at 5 o'clock at the Berg Center. And you've got St. Edwards and Colorado Christian tomorrow night in a neutral site matchup. And then Saturday, doubleheader again at the Berg. DBU and Colorado Christian, and then Mesa and St. Edwards. And then Sunday, it all culminates with the Lone Star Conference Championship. DBU will await the winner of Midwestern State and TWU. Look at Marcus Wood. Boy, what a job he's done tonight. The second half adjustments has led to a 4-0 lead. It'll be his 451st career win. He's the third highest win percentage all time at any level of soccer. How about that? He's won what, over 87% of his matches in his career. It is a Hall of Fame type career. 25 years as a head coach. This is his 4th season at DBU.
Yeah, it's got to be Hall of Fame nationally. I mean, they got to put him in there with any top 10 coach has to go into that type of Hall of Fame. So he's going to get national. I think Hardin Simmons has to pay him a lot of respects, put him into their Ring of Honor, whatever their version of the Hall of Fame. And then I think how he's been able to continue that here at DBU, get those wins, and hopefully make that long run this year. I think when his time comes here, it's another kind of Ring of Honor opportunity for him. So, and then 87% of the wins and winning 451 games. I mean, I can't even think of something I've done 451 times, and he's done it just day in and day out with season wins. And then, again, I mean, if I could do anything 87%, I mean, I'd be a professional at it, and he definitely shows that.
Madeline Talkington took a hack at it. Well, it was huge shoes to fill for Marcus Wood when Michelle Leonard, after that Final Four run in 2020, took the job at Baylor. She's done a tremendous job there. But to be able to hire a head coach of Marcus Wood's caliber has taken DBU, just continued what Michelle Leonard had built here, and just continues to build on that foundation and trying to take DBU to new heights. Looking to do something that the Patriots have not done since 2020, that they could get to the Final Four. They've never reached a national championship match. The NCAA selection show will find out DBU's fate, and if in fact they are the #1 seed in the South Central region. Is again, that storyline is evolving, even though they are the #1 team in the country. There's a big match in Colorado tomorrow, the championship between Mines and Mesa, and then DBU. A chance to solidify that on Sunday, but the selection show is Monday night, 6:30. 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, so 5:30. NCAA.com's website, the selection show for the D2 women's tournament.
Similar style to NCAA men's basketball.
It's 48 teams. 56 teams. 56-team tournament. And that would begin on that Friday, November 21st. They are doing it. They made a change this year. The first and second rounds are the same, all on one weekend. For years, it's been the third round and the national quarterfinals on the same weekend. They're going to split those up. The third round will be on Sunday, November 30th, and then the quarterfinals on Saturday, December the 6th. And then the national semifinals and championship are in Colorado Springs, December the 11th and 13th. Inside 5 minutes to go. There's Callis Schrock, young freshman. Allie Allen, transfer from UTSA. Complete team effort tonight for DBU as everybody's gotten into the action.
And I think it can show a strength of a total team. We've talked about a total team with the ability to, you have a defense that held the pressure. I mean, those, like we said, those first 10, 20, 30 minutes, I mean, UT Tyler hitting the width, using their speed, getting those crosses in, and your goalie makes the save. Your center backs header the ball out. They press, they defend at the right time, clear it out. They're holding that defensive to make sure they're going to get attacked. They're going to feel the pressure, but nothing goes in. They keep it 0-0. They don't necessarily, you see kind of that team unity. They're not yelling over here, yelling over there, saying, hey, we're doing our part, you're not. It's just a total team effort. And UT Tyler, same thing. I mean, they had their defense, making sure nothing happens. They're going up top, trying to, tons of opportunities to score. I think the difference was you got to keep holding. Your defense holds, your goalie's holding. At some point, that offense has to get you a goal. And if you're putting all the pressure in so that you know you can get ahead early to defend late, if you don't get that goal in early, it takes a little bit of wind out of your sails, especially when there's going to be some wind maybe in your face that second half. And DBU took all that pressure, kept playing their offense. That's right before they have to be able to get that goal. Really pumps you up now. You know, doesn't take anything out of you, pumps you up, gets you for that second half ready with those adjustments. And I think that's what's going to build a championship team is if you can withstand the pressure when, let's say, the other team has a great or 10, 20 minutes or you have a bad 10, 20 minutes, to be able to know your offense will put something away and then you can carry that momentum.
DBU has done that, trying to carry that momentum into Sunday. 1 o'clock kickoff here at Patriot Soccer Field, the championship.
Yeah, just another long throw. I mean, sets her up almost like a pass as a through ball. That throw-in becomes another offensive attack.
It's Riley Olson who was battling for possession. DBU will keep it deep in their attacking third with 2:15 to go.
So if UT Tyler here, you're just defending this like a corner. You know this ball is going to come in around the small box area.
There it is, was deflected out of harm's way. Less than 2 minutes to play. Schrock with the right foot. Oliveira now. It's Olsen. Now back for Ella Wilson. Here's Schrock. 1:30 to go.
It's a great vision by Schrock. Get that, get it across. Sometimes dangerous to go across your goal, right? Even though you're further up, you never want to go in the middle too often. She saw that pass, got it through nicely, and then switched that field of attack.
Far corner, Kaufman bending this one towards Borders. So we get towards the final 60 seconds of this match.
1 minute remaining.
Borders, the senior from Dallas. Well, with space out wide, Kyler Kaufman looking towards goal. Kaufman around Ariana Johnson, working back towards the corner. This will be played out, clock ticking down. Final seconds here in this semifinal match.
Ten, 9.
Well, the Patriots are going to be moving on to the Lone Star Conference Championship. A 4-0 win tonight over UT Tyler, and it was Emma Crowley's show. The brace for Crowley. 2 goals powered the Patriot offense, and DBU is headed to the Lone Star Conference Championship on Sunday, where they will await the winner of Midwestern State in TWU. Now, congratulations to UT Tyler on an outstanding season. A tough loss tonight, but they met the #1 ranked team in the country, and DBU looked every bit that part tonight.
Yeah, full credit UT Tyler. I mean, we kept pushing on because I think the final scoreline doesn't show what a majority of that game was until that second half, but they came out, they have the ability, they provided all that pressure against DBU, and they had their opportunities to really get ahead 1-2-0. Great team, great job to them, but DBU, again, that full, well-rounded team, being able to have depth, not just off the bench, but also late into a game, be conditioned, be prepared, bend, never break, and then continue to support your team up front, get them a chance, and then those goals rallied in. I think that was a great showing from DBU.
Patriots' 14th shutout of the season. They're now 17-1. UT Tyler finishes their year at 11-3-5. Special thanks to our broadcast crew on a night in which we've got a doubleheader. Our director, Will King, our technical director, Rylan Glore, audio engineer, Joshua Bigler, our camera crew of Hunter Lima and Will Moulton. Replay was Hadley Heil and Clark Parton, our graphics, Dylan Tomlin. Shading, Melanie Jaramillo. Video playback, Zakia Garcia, and our statisticians, Mason Mears and Christian Bauer. Our next broadcast is just around the corner, so don't go anywhere. Midwestern State, Texas Women's University, and our second Lone Star Conference semifinal match. So until then, for Alexis De La Garza, my broadcast partner, Ricardo Aguilera, and our entire crew, so long, everybody. Yeah, there'll be.